Viewers, I can tell you it's a losing battle. But it's only a matter of time before the BJP, with its big tent vision, let's call it Moditva because that's what it likes to refer to it as, makes giant inroads in Tamil Nadu and Kerala. Why do I say this and why am I so certain? Because parties with a narrow, sub-regional, hyper-parochial or creed and caste focus appeal are falling by the wayside. The biggest example was the BJP itself that realized that its Hindutva card provided it limited catchment. It made the correction, viewers, in the mid-90s. Since then, the Samajwadi Party, the RJD, the BSP, the Shiv Sena and several other once formidable parties have dwindled. All of them, viewers, in some way or the other, appeal to either caste, narrow caste or creed. Which is why Modi senses his moment. Which is why he's also leading his party's campaign this time. For the assembly elections in Tamil Nadu and Kerala, so far, the evasive bastions that haven't fallen to the Saffron sway. Today, in one single day from Kerala to Tamil Nadu, Modi has gone for the jugular, branding the DMK, the left and the Congress as, quote, corrupt, communal, divisive, despotic and dynastic, unquote. Even as he stood before a sea of supporters and a visibly expanded NDA platform. If you look to the middle of your screens, viewers, you'll see that Mr. Modi, whether he is in Kerala or he is in Tamil Nadu, has been able to pick up some allies on the way, which only means that his party is becoming more acceptable. But this is what he said of the DMK. He said DMK is now a party of corruption, mafia, criminals, serving one family. On the Congress, he says the Congress is communal. Congress has adopted a Maoist Muslim League ultra-communal mindset. In fact, it's even surpassed the Muslim League. It's more corrupt than the Muslim League. On the left, he said the left is corrupt. And together, the LDF and UDF, which is the Communist and the Congress in Kerala, epitomize corrupt communal politics. And BJP won't spare Sabrimala looters either. For decades, the South was projected as BJP-proof, immune to saffron politics, sealed off by ideology and identity. But the ground visuals, you can see them on your screen, and the sea of supporters, the alliance optics. And now the hard numbers tell a more complicated story. In Kerala, the BJP has not just opened its account, and I have those hard facts, and we're going to put them out for you, viewers. It hasn't just opened its account, but its vote share has risen from 15.6% to 19.4% between two Lok Sabha elections. It has quietly penetrated the assembly map, topping multiple segments. The first MP it got from Thrissur in 2024 Kerala Lok Sabha election. It's the area around Thrissur that it has been traditionally strong, but it has expanded. It's finishing runner-up in several others and snapping a 2.5-decade left grip, even on Terunthapurum's municipal body. The BJP came first in 11 assembly segments in 2024 Kerala Lok Sabha poll. That's a big number, viewers. That means it is within touching distance of converting these into seats. BJP was placed second in 9 assembly segments in 2024 Kerala Lok Sabha polls, and not by much. BJP was placed third, margin of less than 5,000 votes, in 10 assembly segments in 2024 Kerala LS polls. So just a percent and a half, 2%, and the BJP will be able to convert many of these starts into seats. BJP has also ended the left control of the Trivandrum municipal body after 2.5 decades. It's got its own mayor. In Tamil Nadu, even without a major Dravidian ally, the BJP's vote share has surged into double digits in the last Lok Sabha election in 2024, finishing ahead of traditional heavyweights in pockets once considered unreachable and unbreachable. BJP vote share jumped to 11%. No major Dravidian alliance partner. In some assembly segments within LS constituencies, BJP candidates finished ahead of the AIADMK. And now, major Tamil Nadu parties have sought out alliances with the BJP. We're also being told that perhaps there could be even talks with the TVK of Vijay. In fact, if you hear the opposition, DMK, etc., they're already accusing TVK of being a foil. So tonight we ask the uncomfortable question many would rather avoid. Is the South merely listening to Narendra Modi, or has it decided to go beyond listening and actually vote for his party and his message? Because let's first ask this question of long-time observer of Tamil politics and also, of course, of South politics. And we are joined by Mr. S. Gurumurthy. He needs no introduction. Mr. Gurumurthy, is the South now beginning to warm up to the Bharatiya Janata Party, sir?
You see, it is warming to change. On that, there is no doubt. See, there is a fatigue with the narrative that, for instance, in Tamil Nadu, the Dravidian parties had built. Those narratives are becoming outdated. For example, whether it is about the anti-North, anti-Hindu, or anything that has to do with the unity of India, they had always promoted a direct and indirect confrontation with it. Tamil Nadu has moved away from this. For example, there was a time when being anti-Hindu, like all over India it was fashionable in Tamil Nadu. Today, Tamil Nadu is perhaps religiously the most Hinduized state. So they have become outdated in this. So there is a disconnect that is taking place between the Dravidian style of politics and what is happening in Tamil Nadu. The fronts that Modi has opened up is different in the sense, it's very comprehensive. From Tamil culture and the commonality between the All India situation and Tamil Nadu in terms of culture, in terms of religion, in terms of even the linguistic contribution, the cultural contribution Tamil Nadu has made. He has brought about a new narrative, a narrative which the Congress should have actually done in 1960s, which it failed to do. He has now brought that narrative, which is the most challenging. And when he concluded the speech, that DMK is anti-Tamil is a very, very important statement. And of course, he took up this Deepam issue also, and the way he put it was fabulous. He linked it to the extent how the DMK went even to demean and defame the courts. I think his presentation is one of the most comprehensive in recent times, and it's going to be a huge task for the DMK to counter this. Of course, they will continue their abusive politics, but that is not going to cut ice. Okay. So I think the Prime Minister's speech is posing a great challenge to DMK.
Okay, so will the message land? Because for the message to land, of course, a lot needs to happen. Mr. Gurumurthy, the BJP, if it has to dislodge the DMK and the left in Kerala, DMK in Tamil Nadu, the BJP needs a strong base, party, mechanism. How is the party placed on that account?
You see, the BJP, after the 2024 performance, when on its own it got almost close to 12% votes in Tamil Nadu. And in Kerala, it is about 14-15%. And now it has really improved in Kerala, and it has definitely improved in Tamil Nadu. Of course, we didn't have an election after 2024. The BJP is the only rising party in Tamil Nadu. Of course, the newcomer is Vijay, and he is yet to be tested, and he is not really a full-fledged political challenge to the DMK. So, the Prime Minister's thrust shows that he has decided to invest himself in this campaign, and he has given Modi guarantees. These are all things which are very catchy in Tamil Nadu.
Okay.
The days of go back Modi is gone. There is a bond which Modi has built with the Tamil Nadu to Tamil and his own love for Tamil. It is not political. So I think the BJP has built a sound cadre base. The RSS and the BJP are completely aligned in Tamil Nadu. And the Hindu sentiment is working in favor of the BJP. And it is not to undermine the role that ADMK will play, because ADMK represents the anti-DMK traditional politics. And so this new element that the BJP brings and the old anti-DMK DNA of ADMK, according to me, will be a deadly fusion.
Okay. So there was, however, a view in the last election that was led by Annamalai that BJP should go alone. That thinking has changed. So, Mr. Gurumurthy, how is the BJP now? Is it content to be kingmaker in a state, or is it still aspiring to be king?
You see, the BJP's game is long-term game. Remove the DMK first, which they feel is more than a political issue. It is something which is concerning national unity, and it is a disruptive force. In fact, M.G. Ramachandran, Jayalalitha, and even my senior colleague Cho Ramaswamy used to call the DMK as an evil force. So it is much more than politics that you remove the DMK. It's a national duty. So that is where I think Modi and ADMK will be aligned. And ADMK is political opposition, and Modi is larger than political opposition to the DMK. Here, as I said, it will be long term. After 3, 4, 5 years, what happened in Maharashtra is bound to happen here, because these parties are losing their bite with the people. They have nothing new to offer. And 60 years, the same slogan, the same attitude, the entire generation has changed. I think
So Gen Z,
by mere reflex of time, they are becoming outdated.
So let me ask you, they haven't
BJP's
updated
game for future.
or uploaded their message. In Kerala and Tamil Nadu, however, there is a complication, and that is demographic, maybe Kerala more. Do you see BJP continuing with Hindutva and Moditva, maybe the Saffron leading the edge? And will the party enjoy cross-creed appeal if it continues to do so? Does it also have to sort of reinvent its message, sir?
You see, so far as Tamil Nadu is concerned, there is no demographic hurdle. It is in Kerala. In fact, as I said, Tamil Nadu is the most Hinduized state. It is Hindu faith that has almost come up like a tsunami in Tamil Nadu. And so the beneficiary is going to be the BJP, because these people are continuing the same old policy of anti-Hindu, anti-Hindu worship culture. This is going to work against them. They cannot give it up and they cannot keep it up. And
Okay.
this is where the DMK is caught in a dilemma. So far as Kerala is concerned, I do agree. But in Kerala, there is an alignment that is taking place between at least a segment of Christian population and the BJP. Because the Christians feel it is Islamic extremism and the jihadi and love jihad which has impacted on the Christians as much as on the Hindus, is bringing about a non-political alignment between Christians and the BJP, without which this Thiruvananthapuram result would not have come. The traditional pockets of influence of the CPM, which is the fisherman Christian community, have voted for BJP this time.
Okay.
So my feeling is change is taking place not just because of political reasons, because trans political reasons, national security issues, personal security issues, religious freedom issues are also working in favor of the BJP both in Tamil Nadu and in Kerala.
Okay, well, sir, thank you for that very comprehensive and incisive analysis. Thank you very much for taking the time out. Let's open this up, viewers. Let's go straight across to our other guests. We're joined also by Dr. Sumant Raman in just a few moments. There's Dr. Ranganathan, Smita Prakash there with us, as well as Rama Subramanian, political analyst who is a supporter of the DMK, I'm told. Mr. Subramanian, you heard Mr. Gurumurthy. He outlined certain views. You're fighting a losing battle because, and this is, I'm not saying it, the facts are speaking for themselves. Any political party that restricts itself in today's modern India to a parochial and perhaps very limited worldview is not having traction with the voter. You're next.
Yeah, good evening to everyone. I just heard Mr. Subramanian Gurumurthy. I have great respect for him and his views also. But nevertheless, he is always a big supporter for BJP. Whatever he says is not the right thing to be accepted by everyone. In Tamil Nadu, just because a few small parties joining hands with BJP in the presence of our Honorable Prime Minister does not guarantee any definite positive return to BJP at all. The 11%, it is because of reasons like PAMAKA, that is PMK, and a few other parties, and they have contributed significantly. I mean, a few MPs who have been contested in the lotus symbol, they have also contributed to be called as a BJP vote bank. If you take BJP as such, it is only about 4 to 5%, nothing more, nothing less. That is my, that has not changed much. And the second point.
Okay, so hang on. So you're saying that the knock-on effect has come from its allies. Well, that could be said about the DMK to a certain extent. I'm not saying to a very large extent, but certainly you also have a large number of coalition partners. So that works. In fact, this time, Dr. Sumant Raman, the BJP has also got an element of the AIDMK. And I remember in the last election, you were saying that if it doesn't tie up, if it goes alone, it's not going to do very well, but it got 11%. And now with the AIDMK, it might end up with maybe 7, 8 more percent. Do you think that this time things are looking a bit different for the BJP?
Rahul, I think that today's show of strength means that this election is now a completely open race and a close fight. Now, if Vijay, hypothetically, unlikely, but if he does throw in his lot with the NDA, then they will win. There is no doubt about it. But even if he does not do that, then it is still going to be a much closer fight. 3 months ago, we were saying that this is DMK's election and they're going to be coming back to power. That is no longer the case. This is now a rainbow coalition which has got its caste arithmetic reasonably in place, particularly the Mukkulathur vote in southern Tamil Nadu, thanks to TTV Dinakaran coming on board. And I think last time, Rahul, you'll remember, 17 constituencies the AIADMK lost because Mr. Dinakaran took away the vote which should have come to them, and his party polled more votes than the margin of victory. So 66 that the AIDMK got could have been 80 plus last time itself. So basically, this with the anti-incumbency now means that it is a very significant contest. And should Vijay sort of either drop out of the fray, not contest, do a Prashant Kishore or something like that, alternately Vijay signing up with the NDA, and then that will be done and dusted.
Okay. Smita Prakash, do you agree that parties that have based their politics either on caste exclusively, creed, or a subnationalism are not really making their presence felt beyond maybe a decade and a half. There's a certain tapering that happens. Would you agree with that hypothesis?
Rahul, we'll have to wait after these 4 elections to judge that. But even while you were speaking with Guru, while you were interviewing Mr. Gurumurthy, the Prime Minister at 9 p.m. at night has tweeted 4 tweets on Tamil Nadu. And he says to rise in the DMK, one has 4 routes: dynasty route, corruption route, abuse women route, abuse our culture route. So even at 9 p.m., Mr. Modi is tweeting about Tamil Nadu. So clearly, it's a relentless work that the BJP is putting in via the Prime Minister, via Amit Shah, via the BJP NDA team. And finally, they seem to have gathered momentum. Even the detractors are saying that looking at the way they are moving forward, it's taken a lot of maneuvering, it's taken accommodation of demands of the smaller parties. The AIADMK was a pretty demanding customer, but the BJP's South push, Tamil Nadu and Kerala, both of them, when you're talking about ideas, the UDF, LDF, the DMK, even the AIADMK to some extent, they are dated ideologies, dated ideas. Whereas the BJP is coming and portraying itself as promising something more than, it's projecting that it will bring in economic growth, tech unicorns. I think what they're also speaking about is manufacturing hubs. It wants to defocus from emotive issues. Of course, as we go closer to elections, it's the emotive issues of language, religion, these things will play out. But right now they're talking about ideas, whether it was in Thiruvananthapuram or whether it is when he's talking in Tamil Nadu. Mr. Modi is talking about model city under the NDA. He talks about breaking away from this binary of LDF, UDF, and he's talking about radical ideas because, for so long, for decades, they have either done DMK, ADMK, 90% of the votes go off to these, or it goes to LDF, UDF. So there's really been it's been a kind of a vacuum that BJP has been operating in these 2 states. In Karnataka, they've made space, but they have not been able to penetrate out here even as a third option. And little bit. And in spite of the 2024 results, the BJP has not said goodbye or bid adieu, at least for these 2. It's a renewed energy that you are seeing. Will be an interesting fight.
Dr. Ranganathan, I'm surprised that Dr. Raman has called this a close contest. I wasn't expecting that. So I suppose he knows. He's got his ear very close to the ground. So he obviously does know things that are happening. We were wrong not to have heard him out in the 2024 Lok Sabha elections. He got that spot on. In fact, he said that he was very surprised that if BJP were to open its account, and he got that very right. So I'm only going to differ with him at great cost to my own reputation, so I won't. But I'm going to ask you, Dr. Ranganathan, this is fundamental tonight. Modi is making it about himself. I've never heard him say Modi ki guarantee in Tamil Nadu or Kerala. The last time when he came in, he was riding on the back of Mr. Annamalai or others. This time, it's all inwards. He's saying, I am on the ballot almost. That changes things.
It does. Good evening, Rahul, and good evening to my fellow panelists. You're absolutely right. And this is a very considered shift in strategy. And I'll tell you why. Because permit me, and Dr. Sumitram is a very dear friend, but can I just say that what he said is possibly true, but he's taken a very cynical view of where he sees Tamil Nadu progressing. I mean, he's taken, and of course, it's very logical for him to say so, that ultimately who wins the election nowadays is based on caste and other arithmetic, religion, entrenched voters. So he's right there. But the fact of the matter is, let us first analyze what the topic of the debate is. Topic is, why has Modi thrust himself as to Modi ki guarantee? And I'll give you 2 examples why. Number 1, in state after state that the BJP has been winning consistently over the past half a decade, starting from Tripura that it had never won. Do you know why it won? Because Modi ki guarantee ensured that tap water connections rose almost tenfold. that Modi ki guarantee ensured that all the central schemes that had benefited hundreds of millions of Indians, starting from economic inclusion to health parameters to everything, education, is going to help all those states. That was his guarantee. And here he realized that unless the people of Tamil Nadu realize that other states are voting increasingly for BJP because for single engine is no longer giving them the benefits that double or triple engine is, maybe Tamil Nadu will benefit. I'll give you two examples. Did you know, for example, that in the last 10 years, the debt of Tamil Nadu has increased by almost fourfold, from 2.5 lakh crores to almost touching 10 lakh crores. Now, this does not augur well for a very economically, I would say, progressive state, well-doing state like Tamil Nadu. What has gone wrong? That's just one aspect of it where Modi ki guarantee would help. But the other aspect of it is, and this increasingly found in Bengal as well, that is why it's giving Modi ki guarantee there as well, that the states are increasingly not implementing Modi schemes, much to the ire and the problems and issues plagued by the people of those states. So, for example, there are at least half a dozen schemes, quote unquote Modi schemes or central schemes, that Tamil Nadu has not implemented, including the one with the NEP, concerned with NEP, including the one where I think Vishwakarma scheme has not been implemented, much to the consternation of the workers of Tamil Nadu. And the recent example is the 70 years and above Ayushman free scheme, health scheme, has not been implemented in Tamil Nadu. So the state, the citizenry of the state is feeling, why are other citizens of other states benefiting and we aren't? It doesn't matter to us whether you're not implementing Modi schemes, but at least you implement state schemes that promise the same thing as that. If you can't, we'll vote Modi instead. That is the issue. That is the nub. And I would love Dr. Raman to contradict me in this. The fact is that Modi schemes are benefiting the people. His guarantees are working.
Doctor, very quickly before I move on. Yes.
Look, there is a problem in Tamil Nadu in the sense that the narrative has been built that the center has not been giving the adequate amount of funds that should be given. For instance, even today, Chief Minister Stalin had put out a post in the afternoon.
That's right.
Saying that 3,400 crore of Samagra Shiksha funds have not been released, and why have they been held back? The Coimbatore and Madurai metros were not sanctioned, citing some flimsy reason that the population was lower, when cities with much smaller populations have been sanctioned metros. So there is this narrative which exists, and I wouldn't say it is totally devoid of merit, because some of these issues do resonate with the people. For instance, the metro project, the Chennai metro, for which the funding was long delayed and then subsequently released after one plus year. So I think that these are issues which resonate more on the ground than coming there and saying that I give everybody a book of Tirukural whenever I go, or Subramanya Bharati did this, or we set up Kashi Tamil Sangam. I think that misses the point. I think the way to the Tamilian's heart is through the wallet. And I think the wallet is the money is not being disbursed as it should be, or at least that is the accusation.
The question then, what you're saying is, comes down to who's responsible for it, this omission, at the end of the day, and who's able to convert the voter to the point of view that it's the other at fault and not quite the people that the voters or whoever it is at that moment in time might be accusing.
But Rahul, you tell me.
Yeah.
Would cities which are much smaller in size than Madurai and Coimbatore be sanctioned metros?
So let me tell you this, sir. I feel, if you're really to ask me this question, I feel that all Indian metropolises missed the bus about 20 years ago, to be honest.
That is right.
We should have begun 20 years ago. So we are raising this question today as if we have suddenly lit up to the idea of a metro. This should have actually happened even 30 years ago, some people are saying. The Delhi metro should have happened 10 years before it began in 2000, 2001, 1999, 2001. The first line was commissioned about 2004 when I left for Bombay. But I just want to quickly bring in, Doctor, you want to raise your hand and make a point? Yes, and I want to move on. Yes.
Just very quickly, look, I mean, what Dr. Raman says has an iota of truth in
Yeah,
it.
of
But
course.
the fact is the finance minister has also rebutted a lot of claims that the other chief ministers, especially Tamil Nadu and Karnataka, have been making as to why enough money is not being given to them. But let us remember two things. One, the debt has increased fourfold. So obviously Tamil Nadu is spending much more than it can afford. That money is being obtained by Tamil Nadu. And number two, the Finance Commission under Modi has dispersed so much more money than UPA ever did. So it would be wrong to state that Tamil Nadu is not getting enough money, is just not being fiscally prudent.
Okay, well, you know, viewers, at the end of the day, credibility counts. And Smita Prakash will agree with me here. People will judge who can actually walk the talk. It's as simple as that. And unfortunately, for the opposition, over the last 15 months or so, ever since the debacle, if you want to call it that, the NDA faced in the Lok Sabha elections, it appears increasingly that the voter has realized that perhaps they made a bit of a mistake, or maybe they took the opposition at face value and flattered to deceive. I don't know, viewers. The ball will be in your court in just a few months. But I just want to move this conversation along because